You know who Dani is. I know who Dani is. Now allow me to take you on a journey through time and space.
To the world of
Dani.
But for real, if you don't actually know who Dani is currently the biggest game development YouTuber ever! Right behind me, of course. If there was a podium, Dani would be first, and I would be 0th. Checkmate, Dani currently has 2 million subscribers and 119 million views. And his game Carlson that he's currently working on is the 12th most wishlisted game on Steam. He's also a top 10 Minecraft speedrunner apparently. So fucking he's pretty lit. Basically, this guy's doing a lot of things right. When you see someone doing something right, you can bet your asshole that I'll be there taking notes. I've been wanting to do a case study on Dani for a while now. Personally, the fastest way for me to improve at anything is to look at the people who are at the top and try and copy what they're doing. Try and like, you know, yeah, just steal their ideas. I mean, try and look at what they're doing and try to comprehend it and break it down and then apply it to myself. This video will be broken down into 3 parts. Walls, why is your hair tied up now? And why is that angle down? Why?
Just shut your mouth, I'll have your little head, mate.
The first 2 parts of this video will be key aspects of Dani's devlogs that are what I think make them so good, so entertaining. And then after that, I'll go a bit more in depth on like video structure and then comparing it with my devlogs just like as a little bit of a thing. Now the first thing I want to talk about is obviously what makes Dani's videos entertaining is the fact that he makes your face go a little bit more smiley like this. You know, he drinks milk, he calls it thick, and then it's your mum. The thing that makes this really epic is how often he will do this in a given video. Now to demonstrate my point, we're going to watch Dani's most recent video, Banana Gun. And we're just gonna watch the first 30 seconds. You'll start to get an idea of what I mean. Got Dani's video right here. Let's just watch what happens in the first 30 seconds.
Dani, where new Carlson devlog? No more Carlson devlog. It's devlog time.
It's only been like 10 seconds and already there's been like 3 different things that's happened. Like the density of how much shit happens is just insane. Like for example, he starts off the video by showing comments about his horrific upload schedule. And he jumps in and explodes with the manly power of Zeus. His glasses shine and he gets out his epic banana gun. I've definitely seen videos where people talk into the camera. I've probably made videos like this. In the first 20 seconds, all they do is just talk into the camera and nothing at all happens. But in Dani's videos, he likes to do a lot of shit, especially at the start, but it carries out throughout the whole video.
It's been a little while since I made a video about Carlson, and oh, you're wondering what Carlson is? That's just a little game I'm working on, currently the 18th most wishlisted game on Steam.
He explains that he hasn't made a devlog in a while, and that you should wishlist his game in the next 10 seconds.
In the last episode, we added new weapons, made a trailer, and yeah. But this episode, we're making some drastic changes. Oh, and a secret announcement later in the video.
Alright, so a lot of shit happened there. So he takes about 7 seconds to recap the game's development so far. And then in the next 7 seconds, he shows a little sneak peek of what happens in the video. And he also announces that there's something later in the video.
Oh, and a secret announcement later in the video.
Spoilers, he becomes a Minecraft god. Now, the reason this is quite very epic is because the more shit that happens, the more like... the more your little shitty, stupid monkey brain goes, ooh, ooga booga, thing happening. That's loud. You know what I mean? The transitions between jokes, the flow of autism. It's very important to not make yourself look like a fucking giant dickhead. Now, I still haven't mastered this myself. The flow of autism, what the fuck? There's another thing that makes another aspect to the flow of autism that makes it the transitions between jokes a lot more fluid. Now, obviously, you can't just cram a bunch of random shit into the first 30 seconds of your videos. There's a bit of, like, finesse that's required. A bit of style, you know, a bit of magnificent. So hear me out. Hear me out, okay? Fuck. You'll notice that 90% of the jokes that Dani makes aren't, like, incredibly funny, hilarious masterpieces of jokes that will make you laugh for hours. Unlike all of my jokes. They're more the kind that make you breathe out of your nose. Like a little, you know, like you're like slightly amused. You know what I mean? Because I fucking don't. Now, these jokes allow Dani to keep up the blistering pace of his videos. And it makes, you know, it gives you less time to like wonder. Maybe there's a better YouTuber out there. You know? I don't know why, but my ego is just ridiculous. If I was like a JoJo character, my stand would be like ego unbreakable or some shit. Just while I'm editing this, I realized that I didn't actually finish my point properly. So basically what I'm trying to say in this section is that bigger, more funny jokes, they require a lot more preparation, a lot more time to set up and, you know, really hit a home run, you know what I mean? On the other side of the coin, jokes that are a lot smaller and just like, you know, more like throwaway jokes, those don't require as much time and you can just quickly do them and keep the video moving. That's basically what I'm trying to say. That's all I've got to say on this point. Let's move on to the next one. And the next one is... I believe Dani said it himself that he tries to make his content appealing to pretty much anyone that can watch his videos.
If you take a look at my videos and how I make them, they are suited for all kinds of ages and all kinds of people because I try to make them interesting even if you don't do any game dev, even if you don't know programming. I try to make the videos entertaining for pretty much everyone.
And the way I think he does this with Devlogs is that he tends to focus more on his struggles and like the story around what he's doing rather than the intricate little details. He's not going into the technical stuff, not delving too deep into any one aspect of game dev. That way, pretty much anyone, you don't have to be a programmer to understand Dani's work. You don't have to be like interested in like 3D modeling or, you know, fucking whatever it is that he's doing. Because pretty much anyone can understand a story and someone's struggles. I especially noticed this when I was starting to get into game dev, because I discovered Dani like a few weeks after I started developing games. Or I started getting into Unity, whatever the fuck. I feel like his devlogs are really helpful. You like getting a glimpse of what it would be like to be a game dev with his videos. In sort of a superficial level. Obviously, he's not going too deep into anything particularly, but he is kind of just showing you all these little things. And it's cool, man. Yeah, I don't really have as much to say about this one, but actually, you know what? It's not even like the whole video itself. It's like each aspect of the video anyone could watch and enjoy pretty much, which I think makes his devlogs very entertaining because you won't feel like you're left out of any part of his devlogs. Anyway, that's enough of that. Next, let's go into let's break down his video structure and get really nerdy and in depth for like no reason. All right, here we are in paint.net. Basically what I've done is I've broken down 2 of Dani's videos and I've tried to like categorize each little section. Not very successfully, but I think there's still a lot we can learn from this. I did his banana gun video and his Among Us video. You can't see because my camera is in the way, but you know, it is what it is. Anyway, so we're gonna go in a little bit. By the way, I don't recommend anyone do this because if you try to analyze Dani's videos, you will get a fucking stroke. There's just so much shit going on constantly. Like it is ridiculous. It depends how specific you're gonna want to be, but like I'm just kind of describing what's going on, how long something takes, and not super accurately, and I kind of just gave up and moved on. And then at this point I was like, yeah, I've seen enough. I kind of get the gist of what's going on. The pattern that I recognized while doing this is that every 10 seconds, like almost like consistently 10 seconds, something happens, something changes up. Most of the time, it's not always like that. Like often when he does like a funny bit, it might last like 20-30 seconds. or something like that. It's like he literally times it to be like every 10 seconds. There'll be something new happening, but he probably doesn't. It's probably just a huge coincidence. But yeah, we can see. Let's see. So we see the first 30 seconds. Then he does this little bit. He sets it up and then does this little bit where he's like, "Notoboku penny." And then how long does that last? Yeah, you can see about 32 seconds. And he explains the next thing he was working on. So he finishes that and he like credits the guy 10 seconds, literally exactly 10 seconds. Explains the next thing that he's going to work on, 10 seconds. Then he goes on about how he's going to clear the baked lighting, that lasts 20 seconds. He does this little bit where he's like at a funeral or some shit. Yeah, and at this point you start to see a pattern of like, it's so obvious when you, or maybe I should get a spreadsheet on this, would that be retarded? Where he explains the problem, then comes up with solution, and he shows off what he's done at the end. Like that's pretty obvious when you say it out loud, like yeah, no shit, that's how shit works. But if we wanted to get really in depth, we could go, how long does he spend talking about his next task, his next problem, you know, whatever. How long does he spend dwelling on that thing, like trying to like come up with solutions or whatever? And how long does he show it off? I could do like a little spreadsheet here just on this video alone. Would that be interesting? I think that might be. I might do that. Okay, I just did some epic spreadsheeting. Here are the figures that I've got right now. Yeah, I think this might be going a little bit too in depth. So on average, it takes him about 10 seconds to explain the problem he's working on. 18.2 seconds show how he overcame that problem or whatever, you know. An average of 8.4 seconds to show it off in game. There is something that I noticed. Most of the time, he won't even explain the problem. He'll just sort of show a bunch of stuff that he like added and worked on and stuff like that. So even for someone like me, I don't even do that shit. I don't think about it anyway. I don't think about explain problem, what I do to fix it, and then just show it off for a little bit. Usually I just do a bunch of shit all at once, and then at the end I just show off my game. I guess show off everything that I added. I don't know. Here's an analysis on my devlogs. Obviously I upload weekly, so my devlogs aren't as long. This is from my Pokemon devlog, by the way. First 10 seconds is me setting up the meme, and then for the next 50 seconds I do that little bit where I'm just basically bipolar all of the mental health problems. Something that I've taken away from this video. So if we think about it, if we take it back to the video we've been analyzing, the banana gun, let's just compare them right now. And some of you might be saying, "Oh, Wows, you shouldn't compare yourself to other people. You should only compare yourself to yourself yesterday." And yes, there is some truth to that, but that only really applies if you're not trying to copy the fucking shit out of them. The first 30 seconds of Dani's video, what do you get? What information do you have? You know that Dani hasn't uploaded a devlog in a while. You get a feeling that Dani is very haha. You know that Dani's game is currently on Steam that you can wishlist. You have a general idea of what he's been working on recently on his game. And you know that there's a secret announcement later in the video. Oh, wonder what that could be. What do you get from my videos, on the other hand? You just kind of know that, in this video anyway, that I'm just obsessed with Pokemon or some shit. So yeah, that's a very clear place that I can improve in my devlogs. And I'll be definitely thinking about that a lot more. I think that'll be it for this video. You know, I am mostly just talking shit, but I feel like if you say enough things, a few of those things are bound to be correct. But let me know what you think. I want to know if there's anything I've missed, or if there's anything you disagree with, or anything you agree with, or fucking whatever. So leave a comment down below. Leave a like if you think this video was cool and you enjoyed it and stuff. And if you think my dumb head is very dumb and ugly and gay, leave a dislike so we can get some control over my goddamn ego. And if you want to see more of my videos, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.